Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praise and glory and honor to Yahweh Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shai Ba'Hashem, Rakah Kadash. Double honors to the elders, apostles of great millstone, preaching His word truthfully and sincerely. Shalom to the Akim, scattered through the four corners of the globe, preaching His word truthfully, faithfully, strongly, and sincerely. And shalom to the Akim, scattered through the four corners of the globe, preaching His word truthfully and sincerely. And I say shalom to you Akim out there. Shabbat Shalom on this Sunday night, January the 9th, 2022. And I'm about to do a sit-down lesson on this Shabbat once again. And this is from arabnews.com. And this was published on January the 9th, 2022. And the highlight of this news article, and it says Saudi Arabia hosts joint military drills with Jordan and Egypt. And it says the Royal Saudi Navy Naval Force begins a safe Beach 5 exercise with the Jordanian Army Forces, and Saudi and Egyptian land forces hold a joint Tabuk, if I pronounce that right, a 5 exercise. The Royal Saudi Navy Forces started a 5th edition of a joint exercise with Jordanian Army Forces. The Saudi Defense Ministry said on Sunday that the Safe Beach 5 drill, which continues until Thursday, is being held with the Kingdom Eastern Fleet. The Rear Admiral Ali Al-Shari, commandant of the RSNAF, taking part in the exercise, says that the maneuver includes several joint military operations with the aim of raising the readiness and combat capacity of participating units, strengthening military cooperation between the two countries, and exchanging expertise of combat in built-up areas. He added that the coordination, cooperation, and preparation for the launch of the exercise was carried out with a high degree of skill, wishing all participants success in achieving the success of the set targets. Commander Khalid Al-Bari, director of the exercise, says that the drills are part of a undefined strategy to enhance military cooperation between Saudi and Jordanian armed forces. He said that the theological and practical exercise constitute the important training, exchange of expertise, and unifying common military concepts with be applied through the drills. Meanwhile, the ministry said on Sunday that the Royal Saudi Land Forces launched a mixed bilateral ground exercise on Thursday with the participants of Egyptian land forces in the kingdom's northern region. The Tabuk 5 exercise, which is also part of a series of joint exercises with allied countries, aimed to enhance military cooperation between Saudi Arabia and Egypt. So these military exercise joint drills, with fellow allies and other nations as well too, and it had been in a record high of this starting in the beginning of 2021 all through that year, and now it's back to it again with these joint exercise drills with these allies of these nations and with these other countries as well too, and these are the signs of the times that we are living in. Just in case if anything goes down, that's why you see these allies of these countries and these kingdoms, doing these joint exercise military drills and trainings, in these areas and these regions throughout the whole world, So I'll probably bring out a scripture for you. See what scripture I can come up with that one. Well, let me see, I can just, the book of Joel, chapter 3, verse 10. Beat your plowshares into swords and pontiglyphs, and to spears that the weak say I am strong. Now, these other nations, they have allies, even though they might have adversaries along as well too. These countries, they have military might and military intelligence, military strength. That's why the scripture says in the book of Joel 3:10, let the weak say I am strong. And that's, like I mentioned before, throughout the whole year of 2021, you've been seeing a high record level of military exercise drills, joint exercise drills, even if these countries might do it by themselves, the hypersonic nuclear missile tests, the long-range missiles, and the development of these military hypersonic missile testings, soldiers on foot, soldiers sailing away with their joint exercise military training. That's all you've been seeing through the month of 2021. Now it's entering the year 2022 of all these nations and these nations that are allies with each other, in a good partnership and good cooperation, with these nations is doing these military exercise drills, and that says that the weak say I'm strong. And, these nations are gearing up, preparing to show signs they got strength as well too. Not just only Israel and the United States. These other nations that are allies with each other, they got military strength as well too. And that's why it goes back to the book of Joel 3:10. I roughly paraphrase, as again I mentioned, let the weak say I'm strong. And it's going to continually be like this. It's going to continue of more military joint exercise drills and training, with intelligence and military personnel and all that and such, etc. So with that, that's all I want to bring out. It's kind of good, sufficient news because, you're starting to see of news like this more frequently, even though it's just a military exercise, joint training, but it's still significant, because, it's showing signs of these nations are built to be strong. Like in the book of Joel 3:10, like the weak say I am strong, these nations start showing their military strength and full training and capabilities, And so with that, I hope this was edifying through the spirit, power, grace, and mercy of Yahweh Yahushua. And first and foremost, I'd like to give all praise and glory and honor to Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahushua Ba'ashem, Wakakadash. Double honors to the elders, apostles of Great Millstone, pushing His word truthfully and sincerely. Shalom to the Akim, scattered through the four corners of the globe, pushing His word truthfully and sincerely. And shalom to the Akim that be like unto the speckled bird, pushing His word truthfully, faithfully, strongly, and sincerely. And until next time, I will say Shabbat Shalom.